Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now, in this video, I'm going to discuss the breaking rumor that came out less than 24 hours ago, which claims that A24 has pulled the plug on the upcoming and very anticipated Friday the 13th series, Crystal Lake. I will share the article with you so you can see it for yourself. But wait, there's more. A news source just broke some news around this, and I will share it with you also so you can see both claims. Plus, I will discuss my thoughts on the series and what these rumors may really mean in terms of the future of what's ahead for Crystal Lake. So, it's time to dive in. Let's go!
It's David Arquette, Dewey from the Scream movies, as you know. Remember, there's only one rule to surviving a horror movie, and that's subscribing to Craving Something Scary.
MovieWeb is just one of several news outlets that picked up the rumor that's been sourced back to Hollywood insider Jeff Schneider. And it was also included in the MovieWeb article that I'm going to quote to you in a minute. And I think we just go ahead and get into it now because it was less than 24 hours ago. This was the headline that has been posted. A24 reportedly pulls the plug on Friday the 13th prequel series Crystal Lake. Now here's Jeff's exact quote. And he says, quote, "I'm hearing that A24 has pulled the plug on Crystal Lake. Its planned Peacock series based on the Friday the 13th franchise featuring mass killer Jason Voorhees. Brian Fuller was due to executive produce the horror series. It's unclear whether this is a permanent decision or a temporary one, as A24 had no comment. Perhaps Peacock will help the trades shed more light on this project, which was announced back in 2022. So for the last 24 hours or so, it's actually less than that, it's been kind of a bummer when we're talking about Friday the 13th because it literally did look like it was put on the shelf. And lots of questions come up from that, whether, and even Jeff said here, it's unclear whether it was permanent or temporary. So all kinds of speculation from content creators here on YouTube and social media. Does this mean it's permanent? Is it just a temporary setback? Are they working on some aspect of the series that they need more time? All those things were in play. And then also the other side was, if A24 purchased the rights for the Crystal Lake series, does that mean that they're going to sell those to another studio? And then this studio takes up the contract, whoever they are, and they had to fulfill the series. I mean, that could be a possibility too. So those were the real big three things on our minds regarding Crystal Lake. However, literally just a few minutes ago from when I'm recording this video, the news broke about a correction to this rumor. And it's from our good friends over at Bloody Disgusting, who was a very, very reliable, very trustworthy source. And they clarified the situation just a few minutes ago. And on their channel, or page I should say, their website, you see the headline that reads, "Crystal Lake, A24 has not pulled the plug on their Friday the 13th series. This is an exclusive." And the article goes on to clarify things of where we're at here with Friday the 13th. And it says in the article, according to Bloody Disgusting sources, A24 has not killed off Crystal Lake at this time. We have confirmed the show is still happening, but there is indeed some retooling of the project happening behind the scenes. We're digging for more info. Stay tuned. So there you go, guys. This is the newest portion. And I could see why, Jeff reported his rumor that he gave us earlier saying it was pulled. And it turns out it's not really pulled, but it is on delay. So it is being stalled, but not pulled completely. So he was kind of right, but not fully right. And that's how it's okay. You have your sources, you do the best you can with them. And in this case, Jeff was partially correct. So A24 has some retooling of the project. Now, we don't know what that means. That could mean anything from, retooling certain characters in the series, or rewriting some episodes so that they flow better. I mean, there's any number of things that you could be talking about. I mean, heck, you could even be talking about new cast members. I mean, it's not uncommon that we see it all the time that people are cast for a project and they go and they do test runs, or they film an episode, and for whatever reason they're not clicking. It's just not. The studio doesn't feel like, or usually it's the director that says, this actor is just not coming through. I mean, I remember the first instance of something like this back in Back to the Future, back in 1985. Michael J. Fox came in to replace the actor who was originally hired. And so that stuff happens. I mean, I don't know if that's what this is, but it's possible. We can certainly speculate as fans. We have the right to do that, and it's fun to speculate and, think what could be going on. So I think it could be basically a casting issue, or it could just be the creator is looking at these series scripts and they need to be retooled. It could be that as well, just as easy. So that's what's really going on, guys. I wanted to make this video so that you would have the most up-to-date information. That is where we're at as of right now. But, even as they say in the article, Bloody Disgusting is still digging for more info. So as it becomes available, I will share it with you. So I will say the same thing they did. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you hit the bell icon. And make sure that it's set to all notifications. All right, you got to make sure it's the right setting, all. Because you don't want to miss the news. You don't want to miss it. So guys, I'll leave it there for now. But I want to know what you think about the scenario here of Crystal Lake being retooled. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's a good thing, or is that a sign that the show is in trouble and uncertain future ahead? It could go either way. So I want to know what you're thinking about. I want to know your ideas, and also any theories that you may have regarding Crystal Lake. Because remember, you have a voice here, and I love reading when you guys post your theories and ideas, but I only can see them if you type them in the comments section below. That's the only way I'll know. So please leave your comments below now. Let's start a discussion about Crystal Lake, and I want to see what you're thinking. All right, well, that's going to be all for this update. I will be back soon as news breaks regarding Crystal Lake, Scream 7, and other horror content. Don't forget again to like this video and subscribe. And until next time, This is craving something scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.